So coming to a seat that works for you today, just to get your foundation set. So you've got your sitting bones, you can feel that, your tailbone, you've got a nice balance in between, got a tripod. So focusing on your foundation, we're in this earth-based season of Taurus in the sun. So kind of looking outside, you can really tap into that earth energy happening. But knowing it's a nice reminder that nature and the earth is never in a rush. It's always in just perfect timing. Every season, every year is a little different. So allowing ourselves to maybe reset our own inner energy to match the timing of the earth. Maybe slowing down a little bit, finding that grounded sense within ourselves. The earth element is the most dense in the universe, and we've got dense energy in our own bodies. So this chakra banner illustrates those energy centers in your body. Just a nice reminder, the bottom is obviously the root. It is connected with the earth. So maybe you can feel that energy center focused around the tailbone, the pelvis, giving yourself your own root today as we start this final week of April. So tuning into present time, drop your root down into the earth from your own body, deep down through the layers of the house you are in, the foundation, through the layers of the earth, and connect yourself here. Put that grounding cord on release, as we say, where it can become a channel for you to clear out any energy that you don't need to hold as we begin this new week. So clearing out anything that's not helpful or doesn't match you now in present time. And also feel the opposite energy. In yoga, we feel that there is another pathway that starts from the navel and goes up through the throat and then up beyond the head. So we have from the navel down, grounding into the physical, and then kind of from the navel and up, there's a rising into more spiritual, higher energies. So feeling the balance of both. And the magical spot is the heart that balances. So we can feel a sense of that from the center of your heart. And the heart is connected with the air element, so we have that balance there. Grounding, feeling lifted and light, reaching the crown of the head up towards the sun this morning into a new week. So feeling the body set itself, the energy set itself. Let's work with the breath. Bring awareness again to the low belly, that super grounded space in the body. As you inhale, let the body expand, the low belly expand. And exhale, belly in towards the spine to clear out. It's like a bellows. You've worked with that, working with the fireplace. As you inhale, you expand, you receive, you fill in. And exhale, belly in to clear out. Let it all go. Every last little breath of exhale, let it all go. And again, filling in. Taking a few more moments just to settle in. And then letting the mind also be connected with the process. You can bring your awareness into the center of your head and clear out everybody else from your space as we begin the practice. Letting go of the people you've talked to or interacted with, things you've seen and heard and read. Clear it all out. Give yourself a beautiful, fresh space in your mind. You can maybe imagine a beautiful place in nature to really connect with the earth, but it's just for you. Maybe it's a beach or a park or a mountaintop, or a sunny, grassy field, or a garden. Create your own space. And in that nice open space in your mind, set a new intention for today. Let yourself start fresh in present time. Maybe bringing in a little more energy that the earth reminds us of. Some patience, beauty, gratitude. And let's start our practice with one Om this morning. If you'd like to join in, just opening us up from the inside with a little mantra, connecting us all, no matter where we are. Take a cleansing breath. And breathing or chanting, inhale. You can open your eyes, you take your hands down to your knees, and we'll begin moving. So keeping awareness of all those energy centers of the body, they're powerful. Keep our roots super grounded. Let's inhale, reach your heart forward, and exhale around to your left, to kind of counterclockwise. You can imagine that spiral going downward into the earth, giving yourself even a deeper sense of grounding and rooting. Let your shoulders and back get involved into the hips. Keep a sense of strength in your core for the movement. And then winding up tall again, take a deep breath, and we'll go the opposite way. So exhale forward and go to the right. And imagine now spiraling up through your spine, up through the crown and beyond. See if you can notice a little difference. Great, and then recenter, get tall again. Let's take a twist to your right. Prop yourself up tall, inhale, spiral up, and rotate as you breathe. Let's relax your shoulders, make sure you're not creating tension, just breathe here. Let the belly work, massage those organs deep inside. Feel in the back body, the right side of the spine is strengthening as we twist, and the left side is getting a stretch. Really feel that. Great, and then bring the back arm up, and let's take the side stretch. Anchor down, so feel your hips, your legs, your feet pressing down, but reach to the sides, breathe to the side of the side ribs. Rotate your head maybe, see where the neck needs a little movement. Great, let that go. Unwind, take a breath in the center. Let's roll out the shoulders. And then to the left, same thing. Let's inhale, spiral up, get tall. Exhale, belly nice and strong. Twist the rib cage, the neck. Look into the corners of the eyes. Wake it all up. One more breath. And again, back arm up, take it across. Really ground yourself. Feel the sides get long. Activate that top arm. Breathe. And let that go. Unwind again. Let's inhale the arms straight up through center. Exhale, bring them straight back and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Keep working here. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhale, straight back. And this time, let's clasp the hands behind you. So find the palms of the hands. Inhale, squeeze between the shoulder blades and drop the arms down. And then lift from your sternum, so kind of front of the heart, and look up. Keep the root grounded, anchored. See if you can open up across the front of the shoulders and the chest. And then let's take a bow forward. So bowing, belly stays strong, head can bow. Maybe move your arms up and away from you, just wherever they can go. Try not to lock out your elbows. And inhale, rise back up. Free the arms. Again, roll out the shoulders. Just get some good movement. And then expand the arms wide like wings. Let's inhale. Rotate the palms up. Anchor your shoulder blades in your back. And exhale around the opposite way. Twisting through the hands, the wrists. Let's take a few more. Waking everything up. Now let's take eagle arms. It's right elbow underneath the left. So connect at the joints. And then either the opposite shoulder or the opposite palm, if that works for you. So nice big stretch across the shoulders, upper back. You can stay here or add a little bowing into yourself, stretching a little deeper, letting the arm bones hang a little farther away from the body. Just take a few breaths and open up some space. Feel free to move your head, your neck, if you're feeling that's helpful. And inhale back up. Free the arms. Again, a couple of rotations. And then opposite wings, so left underneath. Connect or connect. Again, subtle movement, bowing into it or just staying where you are. Enjoy the breath, freeing, again, upper back, neck, shoulders. And then release, coming back up, free those arms. Rotate, again, wrists, fingers. Let's actually squeeze the hands and open. Nice. And then back up, straight up, clasp the hands and flip them up towards the ceiling. Anchor again through your hips, your legs, but lift to the sides and maybe back a little bit more with the arms. And then free the fingers, take a deep breath, exhale, take a bow forward, hands and head down to the mat. And just enjoy a few breaths here, up and down your back. Then roll forward, find a tabletop. And just start some cat stretches when you're ready. Waking everything up. So inhale, really let the pelvis tilt, let the tailbone lift and look up. And then opposite, exhaling down your back, pressing deeply into the mat. Do 4 more cycles through, just Waking up the whole body, front body, back body. When you feel complete, we'll just meet in that tabletop, feel pretty neutral. Let's take the right toe straight back. After all that sitting, let's press through the heel, open up from the hip through the heel. And movement for the hip and spine. Let's inhale, lift right leg straight up. Exhale, round in, be strong. 4 more cycles. Inhale to expand. Exhale, contract. Last one. And then with balance and strength, extend the legs straight back. Flex that foot straight down towards the floor. Opposite arm extends forward. Breathing from your core. Be strong, grounded. Three more breaths. Ground the energy, reach it through. Great. Release, cat stretch. Neutral. Left toes straight back. Working again from the hip through the heels, all connected. Pick it all up. The toes to the mat first to enjoy that stretch even through the toes themselves. Awareness of the foundation of your body starts in your feet, ankles, legs, hips. Great. Then movement with the breath. Let's inhale again. Lift up, look up. Exhale, round. Keep going. Mindful that your elbows have a little bend, so we're not just hanging out in the joints, putting stress there. Use your muscles in your upper arms. Good, last one. Let's find our strength and balance. Reach that leg straight back. Feel that lifted leg kind of roll inward to square the hips. Float, opposite arm forward. Hold and breathe right from the center of your body. Grounded and strong and calm. Practicing patience with the breath. Slow it down. One more breath. You got it. Nice. Cat stretch. Enjoy. Stretch out the back. And then take a child's pose. Just open up the whole back body now, grounding the tailbone. And then extend the head away from it. Take 3 deep breaths, really grounded, connected with the earth beneath you, connected to the present time. Great. And then preparing for downward facing dog. Let's get really long through the arms if they're not. Widen them, shoulder distance, ground the fingers. Inhale, tabletop, exhale, hips to the sky, where we can let the hips lift, let the head shake out. Pedal through those legs again. Check it in, check in. And then nice strong arms, core, legs. Inhale, come to a high plank. Just shift forward, pause. Exhale, back up through a downward facing dog. It should be the same length. 2 more times. Inhaling, priming the energy of the body, be strong. Exhale, press. And last one. And take a walk to the front of the mat, arriving in a standing forward fold. Feel free to really soften your knees, especially if your low back is tight this morning, with the hamstrings. Inhale, halfway lift. Just lengthen, extend the spine. Exhale, let go. Tuck your head in. Really let it go. 2 more. Finding length. And release. Last one. Giving the muscles a little repetition. Good. Let go. And inhale, slowly roll up. Ground your feet. Feel the tailbone root you as you rise. Shoulder rolls a couple of times now that we're standing. Great, and find Tadasana. So equal grounding in your feet here. Again, the focus is the foundation. Can you feel really grounded from the navel down, evenly through both legs? Are you favoring one side? Sometimes that's pretty common. Ground both feet. And we'll start with some nice slow Surya Namaskar, the nice classical, just to get the body moving. Let's inhale, find a little back bend. So can you lift your heart, look up, greeting the new day. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left leg back into a lunge. Just reach to your heel, look up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, let's drop to our knees. Then elbows in, we're gonna lower down slowly, build your strength. And everything to the mat, inhale. Just take a little baby cobra, heart lifts. And exhale, neutral neck, downward facing dog. Exhale. And inhale, left leg forward. Takes a few steps sometimes. You got it, exhale, forward fold. Let the head go. Inhale, rise to the sky. And exhale, back to your heart. Take a nice big cleansing breath. Let it go. Again, arms at your sides. Inhale to the sky, lift the heart. And exhale, folding over. Inhale, right leg back. Find your lunge, looking up. Anjaneyasana. Exhale, downward facing dog pose. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin, 8 parts bowing down to the mat. Then everything grounds. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, neutral, and downward facing dog pose. Inhale, right leg through your lunge. Great. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to the sky again. Root down to rise. Exhale, heart. Big cleansing breath. Let it go. One more each side, just waking everything up. Don't worry about perfect form. We're just waking up in big movements. The arms to your sides. Inhale, reach. Exhale, take your bow. Inhale, left side back, find that lunge, looking up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin, lower you down. Everything down. Inhale, little cobra. Exhale, press the hips back up. Downward facing dog pose. Inhale, left leg forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to the sky. And exhale, bring it back to your heart. Take a big cleansing breath. And last one, just being grateful for movement, breath, arms release. Inhaling, breathing another day. Exhale, folding. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, find your downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest and chin to the mat, and everything down. Inhale, find your cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog pose. Inhale, right leg through. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, rising, and to your heart. And just take a breath here, or a few. Feeling the heart pumping that good blood and circulation through the body, waking up these big muscle groups, waking up the joints. Great. And then hands to the hips. Let's actually go into some big hip opening poses today, now that we're standing. The right foot will stay forward. Take your left leg back pretty long and then open it up. We'll work with the warrior two family today. So that just means our hips are going to now face the long side of your mat that you're facing now. So your front knee is in a lunge. Give yourself enough length. If you go past your ankle, you need a little longer stance. So give these hamstrings some good space to get a little deeper. And this back leg is your anchor, straight and strong. The back foot is super grounded. The arch, the back foot aligns with your front heel pretty well. So feel your foundation first. Root your tailbone in the middle. Your spine is nice and tall, so we're not going forward. We're just centered. And then we can open up the upper body and see the balance here. Maybe flip the palms open, relax your shoulders here. Good. Check out. Sometimes that back arm is way off doing its own thing. Align that straight line like a T or a cross through the upper body. Inhale, let's straighten everything out, get tall. And exhale, back into the pose. Warrior two, Virabhadrasana two. Two more. Inhaling, reaching, and exhale. Just find your pose again. Giving the joints some more repetition. One more time. This time, let's hold for 3 deep breaths. Feel that grounded warrior energy, rooting yourself down into the earth. Just like a tree, we lift through the crown, finding the balance, opening the heart, that beauty flow through you. Pull the back arm back and sink a little deeper maybe. And then inhale, straighten, release the arms. Again, maybe shoulder rolls, let that go. Good. Same foundation, so these hips stay exactly the same. Strong in the thighs, we're going to keep both legs straight and open. This time, let's rotate so palms face right out, just like your face is. Inhale, look over your front shin, stretch straight over, and then come back. Just notice we'll try to keep our arms parallel to the earth. Just try some little lateral movement. One more time, reaching, find your edge now. And then we come down. Trikonasana, triangle pose, but stay open, like big wings of a bird, just wide open. Anchored from your back leg, glutes and quads super strong. Maybe you can keep sliding down. You can always use your block if you've got one on the inside or outside of your front leg, or just use your shin. Squeeze the shoulder blades in the back and open up through the arms even more. You can look up, center, or even down at that front leg so you can see you're right over it. Focus on the grounding. Take a few more breaths. Can the quads activate a little bit more? Super strong muscles wrapping around the thigh bones. Anchor all the way down your back heel. And exhale, look down. Keep your feet rooted. Feel the grounding. Inhale, reverse your triangle. Just sweep up, soften your back arm, maybe even tuck that arm around your back. But feel super wide open around the heart center. There's no collapsing or crunching. We're staying lifted. Deep breath here. And then back to center. Exhale. Release the arms. Roll out the shoulders. Let's find our lunge again. And then open up the arms. Let's do that lateral movement again. Reaching straight over your front thigh this time. Gently rest, so we're not collapsing into the shoulder. I'm going to try to stay long through the sides of the body. Some of you may want to go up to the block on the either side of the leg. Just stay open. And then your choice, bring that back arm up, close to the ear, or tuck it around. Sometimes it's a really good place for the hand to tuck into the opposite hip, rolling this back shoulder away, keeping open. Just find that straight, strong back leg again. Anchor down, sink a little deeper maybe, open up through the heart. Parsva Konasana, the side angle pose. Round into it. Good job. One more big breath wherever you are. And everyone look down, exhale, and inhale back up. Let that go. Roll out the shoulders. Deep breath in, exhale, find your lunge again. Again, deepen these hips. And now let's find the opposite. So the reverse warrior. And your back arm can slide down or tuck around. Take a few more breaths. Rounding into your roots. I know you're feeling it. Lift to the sides, reaching towards the sun. Great, and inhale, straighten, release the arms, and roll it out. All right, and now we get to fly. So the next progression, we go from 2 feet to 1. No big deal, you can do it. We're gonna step with our back foot. You might wanna block, I know some of you don't have one, it's okay, you'll just use the floor. But stepping in gives you a little more leverage here. Make sure that front foot is not swiveling around. Plant it, and then we lift. Take your time. Energize through that front thigh. And then opening up through the lifted hip. Use the glutes. Even if you try again, no big deal. Lots of energy in your lifted heel. Press through it. And then top arm towards the sky if you want to, or just keep it on your back. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Good. Wherever you are, maybe take one more big breath or two. And then you can land again, kind of like a warrior 2 again. Great. Inhale, straighten, let those arms go. Stretch it out. And then let's just pivot to the other side. So set up your foundation. So your left foot is straight forward. Test that you have some space for your lunge. Reset your back foot. Again, your back foot is either just parallel to the end of the mat or the toes tuck in a little bit. Good. So you've got your foundation. Anchor through this back leg. This is your like tree trunk here. And that way you can lunge and feel balanced. Root your tailbone once again. And just take a peek. Can you see your big toe in front of you? That's a good alignment. Great. And then the upper body. And again, if you like the palms up version, it might be less stressful in the shoulders. Let's get some movement. Let's inhale again. Straightening and exhale back into it. Find that intention. 2 more. Moving with the breath. 1 more. And hold and breathe. 3 deep breaths. You've got it. Strong, grounded warrior energy. With soft mind, soft heart. One more breath. And slow it down. Good. And straighten and release. Relax the shoulders. Just noticing if you're creating tension anymore. We're just trying to open the body but not create tension. Good. So again, stable and strong in the thighs. Let's prepare for a triangle, Trikonasana. Remember, this is the lateral movement. Like you're right against that wall behind you. You just slide right over your front leg. Use the quads, trying to just hang out in the hamstrings or the knees as we find the pose on this side. Straight, strong, anchored back leg and foot. Opening up through the heart, the head, the mind. Take another big breath wherever you're feeling it. Really lengthen the spine. And let's look down. Exhale and inhale to slowly reverse your triangle. That left side body open up now, flush it open, relax the back shoulder, maybe arm floats down or tucks. So much space. When we feel rooted, we can stretch away from it, deep into spaces that we can discover as we breathe. And then back to center. Go, relax. Take a deep breath. Sinking in again. And those hamstrings again. Root. And just sweep up into the reverse warrior. Just a little different pose. Really about, again, sides of the body opening. And then coming forward, find your Parsva Konasana, the side angle pose, either again with the arm lifted or tucked back behind you. Sometimes it's a really good place for the shoulder. How's your roots? Sinking down a little deeper, strong, grounded. One more big breath. And inhale, come up slowly. You can straighten out that front leg, give it a little break. And then preparing, when you're ready, to fly for the balance. So again, just stepping forward a few steps with your back leg, preparing. Make sure your front foot feels anchored. You don't want it swiveling. And maybe you just kind of play with your balance today, lifting up a little bit. The legs are initially a little soft in the knees, keeping kind of like a spring there. But then when we find the pose, we start with a soft knee, then activate those quads to straighten out and feel super strong in the standing leg. Same with the lifted leg. Activate the quads. Feel the energy reaching all the way through your heel. So the whole leg is super actively involved. And the lifted leg glutes are strong to open up the front of this hip. Just finding internal balance, stability, focus. You can land and try it again, just no worries. Practice, it's always a practice. Every day is really different, as we know. Whenever you're ready, there's no rush. Try to land with intention. Sometimes it doesn't work so well, but we can ground, maybe find a little warrior, kind of bounce and release. Nice. Shake it off. Again, it's always just practice, so just let that go. And then pivot so both feet are nice and wide and then parallel to each other. So they're both parallel to those ends of the mat. Let's take the hands behind us again. So both legs are evenly rooted. Inhale, squeeze between your shoulder blades. Prying open, lift your heart, look up. And then take a nice bow forward and down. Now the head faces the mat, just let go. And then release your hands down underneath your shoulders. Elbows pull straight back to maybe bow deeper. And then walk your hands over towards the right foot. And then just bend just that right knee, sinking deeper into your hips. Just a different way. Like anchor your tailbone. Great. And then switching to the other side, same thing. Just bend the left, straighten out the right. Nice. Recenter. Extend the spine just halfway up. Let's take our arms wide. Take a deep breath. Then inhale back all the way up. Exhale to your heart. And then have some bend in your knees. Take a deep breath and see if you can hop together. Good. And I'm going to pivot, so you probably will too. Deep breath, and let's do one more forward fold, just aligning from the hips down the legs. And this time maybe sway a little bit, maybe take a little wider space between the knees or the feet. Great, and then widen your feet a lot. Let's come down through the squat, super grounding. Anchoring your tailbone. A few moments to reach through your roots. Lift through your head. That's step one. Good, and then take a seat. Stretch everything out. Finding your Dandasana, staff pose. So really grounding here. Tailbone, down your legs, through your feet. Pressing into the mat with your hands, lift your heart, lift your head. And all the good energy moving through you. And now beginning to ground it. Inhale the arms. Exhale, tip from your pelvis, maybe a little soft knees, bowing, let go. Close your eyes, surrender your head, your whole upper body. One breath at a time. One last big breath, opening the back and surrender even more. Inhale, roll up slowly. that breath go. And then to the center of the mat. Let's work a little balance on the way down. Navasana boat. Be strong in the belly. You decide where the legs go. Maybe just here, holding on is a really good place to be. You can extend your arms, relax your shoulders. You can also extend the legs. Let's take 3 deep breaths wherever you are. Staying on the tailbone. Try not to roll back. You got it. Nice. And then feet to the mat. Make sure you have space behind you. And let's recline slowly. When you get there, hug your knees in. Just really soften. Take a big breath here. Exhale. Lift your head towards your knees. And then lower your head. Lower our feet. Settle. Figure 4. So now let's use all the good energy moving through to go a little deeper into the hips. So cross right ankle over your left thigh. Flex that foot. And then bring the bottom leg in towards you. Relax the shoulders. And just let the breath find its way to open up a space that feels a little tight today. I'm going to relax my shoulders a little bit more. Keep the heart open as we keep breathing into the hip, the back. Great. And let's lower this bottom foot and keep the top one where it is. Walk your left foot, the bottom one, to the edge of your mat. Just a little wider, and then we can just drape the knees to the right for this reclined kind of windshield wiper. And maybe the left arm reaches back, making even more space through the side, into the hip, wherever you're feeling it. You can let that go. Come back to the middle, both feet ground. And same thing other side, left leg, left ankle can cross. This might be enough for you actually, so let's listen to your body, or bring the bottom leg in. Trying to balance out, again, the sides of the body. Great, and then again, bottom foot to the mat, walk it a little wider towards the outer edge, and then just drape the knees to the left. And the right arm can reach back, and breathe. And release from that. Back to center. Let's bring both knees into the body. Draw some circles and just work out anything you're feeling in the back. And then lower your left leg straight down to the floor. Keep your right knee hugged in. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, curl your head up towards this right knee. Good. Then lower your head and extend the right arm wide. Let's take a nice twist across. Just a gentle twist. Right knee reaches across as you ground the shoulders, the right arm, the head. Notice the settling, grounding. And unwind slowly. And give that knee one more little hug, realign. And switch. Slowly reach that right leg long as you bring the left knee in. And let's get into opposite angles of your hips. Really root your right leg. Be strong there. To open the front of that hip as you curl into the left, massaging that left side. Then prepare for your twist. Left arm grounds you and twist across. So wherever you can go. Notice where your neck feels best. Maybe just up, facing the ceiling. And take a slow unravel. Hug that knee back in, reground. And both legs can come back in. And just check in if there's a last pose that would feel good for you. Some people want to go into like an inversion, roll your legs up and over, or happy baby is always a nice one. Just take a few moments to recenter. And then back to center. Take your time from wherever you've been. Let's bring both knees back into the torso. And then take a big breath. Exhale, lift your head towards both knees. Grounding and evenly stretching down your back. 2 more. Inhale, fill up. Exhale into Apanasana. Really grounding. 1 more. And then we'll stretch long into Shavasana, the final pose, reaching the legs long towards the corners of the mat. And you shimmy the hips back and forth, find a good spot in the center. Float the palms open towards the ceiling to relax the shoulders. Rock your head side to side. Any kinks out of the neck and find neutral and close your eyes. Closing down all the senses in the face, the eyes soften, the nose, the tongue, the mouth, the jaw, all soften. Imagine closing and softening the ears as well. And soften the mind, just let it go into a state of rest, restoring all the energy that you give out. Feel it circulating through you, this vital energy. The shoulders be heavy and relaxed, grounding all the way down through the hands. Grounding the back of the body from the back of the head all the way down, the shoulders, the spine, the hips, the legs to the feet. Notice a balance between the left side, left leg, left hip, left side of the torso, left arm. and the right leg, right hip, right side of the body, torso, right shoulder, all the way down the arm. And the whole body in balance from head, crown, all the way down to the soles of the feet. In balance with the breath. Slow, steady flow, bringing new energy in, refreshing, and clearing out the old all day long. Take a few more breaths where you need it. Clearing out anything else as you restart your day. And filling in with you, the energy your body loves the most. And begin to wake up slowly back into the day. Moving the fingers, the wrists, ankles, the toes. A big full-bodied stretch, big full-body breath. Grateful for the breath, grateful for health in this body we're walking around in. And slowly roll to one side and pause. Resist the urge to rush. And come up to a seat. Close the practice. Coming to a seat once again, re-rooting, re-grounding, feeling the heart in the middle and rises. And as we close, let's actually bow the head towards the heart to honor all that wisdom there, beyond the thinking mind, into the heart where we feel, we can give and receive emotions, and what we do for ourselves really does ripple out into the world. Thank you for joining in the practice today to help add a little more peace out to the world, some calming and grounding as we keep taking this one day at a time. Let's close with a final Om. May there be peace around the world and peace in our hearts. Have a great rest of your day. Namaste. Thanks, everybody.